again, like we're leaving with the wind off the coast of Carolina. Caught smiling in the mirror, we hold out for tomorrow. Swimming deepest rivers, giving then we borrow. But everyone's a winner, things are looking up, but we'll never touch the ground. I'm better than I've been as long as I got you around. The lives they open up when you let go of the doubt, when you're rolling deep to deep, when you're captive to the sound of oh, oh, honey, don't you let go of me. Oh, oh, honey, this love is wild and free. Cadence of your voice, all the unexpected joys, elevating off your smile, laughing with me like a child. Every minute is a light, showing us there's more to life. Open hands, arms open wide, choosing to enjoy the ride. Things are looking up, but we'll never touch the ground. I'm better than I've been as long as I got you around. Our lives they open up when you let go of the doubt, when you're rolling deep to deep, when you're captive to the sound of oh, oh, honey, don't you let go of me. Oh, oh, honey, this love is wild and free. Oh, honey, don't you let go of me. Oh, honey, this love is wild and free.
Take a look at where you've been and how you've come so far. No matter where you find yourself, you're always where you are. Go anywhere you go, do anything you do, I'll be with you. Take a moment, take an hour, take another year. Start again or keep going, I'll always be right here. Feel anything you feel, hear anything you hear, you'll never disappear. When it feels like you're walking back, when you're out of luck and off the path, broken and far from home, just remember that you're not alone. Trying not to dig too deep, afraid of what you'll find. Give yourself the grace you show me all the time. 'Cause when you love yourself, you can give that love to someone else. Mornings come and seasons go, and life can get so hard. It's easy to forget the things that make you who you are. I hope that when you look at you, you see yourself the way that I do. When it feels like you're walking back, when you're out of luck and off the path, broken and far from home, just remember that you're not alone. In the face of another storm, when you're feeling like you're on your own, in that moment you can't control, just remember that you're not alone. Remember that you're not alone.
Good evening. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2020. As our world has been turned upside down over the past several months, and seniors across the nation have had their high school careers abruptly come to an end, the Harrisonville R9 School District persisted to hold as traditional a ceremony as possible for our graduating seniors. We'd like to thank the families for encouraging, supporting, and challenging our seniors over the years. We know it hasn't been easy, but their persistence and hard work have led them here today. The Harrisonville High School staff is proud of your accomplishments, and we wish you the best as you pursue your dreams. We're pleased to have the following Harrisonville Cass R9 School District administrators and board members with us here today. Mr. Paul Menching, Superintendent, Board President, Mrs. Tina Graff, and with us in the audience are board members, Mr. Doug Alexander and Mr. Bing Schimmelfenning. At this time, we would encourage the audience to celebrate in a manner appropriate for this event. Out of respect for our graduates, please remain seated throughout the ceremony, and please turn off all cell phones and other electronic devices. This time, I'd like to introduce Madison Hoffman and Rebecca Bartlett. Madison Hoffman is president of the senior class. She is the daughter of Roseanne and David Hoffman and plans to attend the University of Missouri, Kansas City and study dental hygiene. Rebecca Bartlett is the daughter of Angela and Paul Bartlett and plans on attending the University of Missouri, Kansas City to study musical performance.
Would you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Maddie and Rebecca. On behalf of the graduating class of 2020, I'd like to introduce the teachers who have graciously consented to assist in today's ceremony. If they would please be stand and recognized at this time. Teachers, please stand. Thank you, teachers, for all you've done for the students sitting here today. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Paul Minching.
Thank you, Mr. Wiegers. Good evening. On behalf of President Tina Graff and the members of the Board of Education, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the commencement exercises for the graduating class of 2020. We are so thankful for the opportunity to celebrate with all of you this evening. After months of wondering what and when, it is here and now. I'm grateful for the efforts of our staff who made it possible for us to honor the graduates tonight. From the tickets to the organization of the social distancing, all the way to the tennis balls that have gone on the chairs, they have gone above and beyond. Graduates assembled here are but a representation of the many people who support you and seek to honor and celebrate your status as a graduate of Harrisonville High School. Parents, thank you for your loving support of these students through the challenges of not only this year, but throughout the many joys and pains of their young lives. Parents, we know that this day would have not been possible without your care, support, and love for your children. Thank you. Graduates, your achievements have been plentiful. As a school and community, we take great pride in your activity and athletic accomplishments. However, what we are most proud of are the numerous achievements from your academic pursuits as a high school student. Allow me now to share just a few of these achievements with your parents, family, and friends. The class of 2020 earned 718 college credit hours by taking dual credit courses. They enrolled in advanced placement courses and sat for 108 AP exams. 114 seniors of the graduating class plan to continue their education at a 2-year or 4-year college or university, and 17 students are enlisting in the armed services. The members of the Harrisonville High School graduating class have earned over $3,774,892 in scholarships and $934,800 in A+ money, for a grand total of $4,709,692. Congratulations, class of 2020. As I bid you farewell, allow me to leave you with this final thought. In an era of social media, we're often critical of others. Be mindful that every day, through your thoughts, words, and deeds, you have the ability to become a better person, and always and in all ways accept the responsibility to help others to do the same. Thank you, and again, congratulations, seniors.
This time, I'd like to introduce our student speaker this evening, Madison Hoffman, Harrisonville High School 2020 Senior Class President.
Good evening, Superintendent Minching, Principal Wiegers, school board members, school administrators, teachers, parents and family members, guests, and classmates of 2020. It is an honor for me to be presenting the commencement speech at the Harrisonville High School Graduation Ceremony for the class of 2020. My name is Madison Hoffman, your senior class president. Tonight is a time we get to celebrate with our family and friends the accomplishments that we have achieved over the past 13 years, walking across the field in our Harrisonville blue cap and gown to receive our diplomas. Today is a day we have been waiting for, since our first day of kindergarten, when Mom and Dad took our pictures in our new clothes in front of the house and dropped us off at school with both of us crying as they drove away. Class of 2020, we did it. We have made it to graduation, one of our first milestones in life. As we look back, what is senior year to remember? It was just a normal Friday on March 13th, just before spring break. We were all excited for the week-long break from school. We went to our classes, walked the halls, and talked to our friends just like every other day. But it was not just another day. It was our last day of normality, our last day to walk the halls of Harrisonville High School, our last day to interact face-to-face with our teachers. It was our last day to sit next to our friends in math or science class or at lunch. It was our last day to drive away from school without having our official goodbyes to everyone. President Donald Trump declared a national emergency on Friday, March 13th for the coronavirus pandemic. 3 months later, our lives have changed forever. What was to be a week-long spring break turned into a 2-week break, which in turn became virtual learning online as Missouri Governor Mike Parsons closed all of Missouri schools for the remainder of the academic year on April 9th. Our school lessons became Zoom sessions or Google Hangouts. We no longer had the opportunity for the traditional teacher-student interaction or the socializing with each other while we walked from class to class. Our society has become aware of new phrases, terms, and lifestyle changes. Social distancing, coronavirus pandemic, COVID-19, PPE, personal protective equipment, flattening the curve are all terms or phrases that are part of our daily lives now, the new normal. The coronavirus has impacted and changed our lives forever. We will look back at our class reunions and remember how the class of 2020 had a different school year ending. Before we move forward, I think it is important to look back at events and creative technology that have shaped and changed our lives. We are known as the iGen generation, or the internet generation. Technology is our middle name. Facebook was launched in 2004, YouTube came along the following year in 2005, and the first iPad became available in 2010. We have grown up with technology and access to the internet. Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram and all the other social media outlets play a large role in our daily lives. Some phenomenons have come and went during our time as students, such as the Ice Bucket Challenge, the Fidget Spinner, and Pokemon. Our class is the first graduating class for students born during or shortly after the tragic events that occurred on September 11th, 2001, when our country came under attack. I was born just 8 days later. Although we do not remember the details of the event itself, we have been told by our parents or informed by our history teachers about the experiences and challenges that faced our country. We still face many challenges to this day. We have also had the opportunity to experience many celebrations, especially with our local sports teams. Sporting Kansas City won the MLS Cup in 2013. The Kansas City Royals were World Series champions in 2015 after a 30-year drought, and the U.S. women's soccer team won the World Cup in 2019. Our Kansas City Chiefs are world champions after 3 exciting come-from-behind wins in the playoffs, winning Super Bowl 54. We even had school closures to celebrate the victories by our KC Royals and Chiefs. Thank you, school administration. The past 4 years have created many memories for each class member that will last a lifetime. It may be a moment in your favorite class, a special accomplishment in an activity or event, or a personal relationship or friendship that grew and developed. For me personally, the memories are endless, and there are many things that I will miss after receiving my diploma this evening. I would like to share a few of those special memories with you. I will miss attending the state wrestling tournaments as manager with Coach Deviney and the wrestlers. I'll miss working on my golf swing with Coach Moorhead during practice. I'll miss announcing the baseball games for Coach Hicks during the spring season. I'll miss cheering on our athletes during games from the mercenary student section. I'll miss walking on the field and talking to the players and friends after the home football games, win or lose. We were state champions during our freshman year. I'll miss planning the Red Ribbon Week activities for students against destructive decisions with Mrs. Michon and my mom, Dr. Hoffman. I'll miss having a good laugh with Mrs. Joseph before or after class. I'll miss planning and executing the homecoming and court-warming activities with student council. Finally, I'll miss seeing you, my classmates and friends, on a daily basis and sharing that special talk or silly laugh. However, this is not the end of our journey. It is a new beginning, a fork in the road, or a new chapter in our life. Some of us are planning on continuing our education in college, or entering the workforce, or serving in the military to protect our great country. Some of us are staying staying closer to Harrisonville and family, while others are traveling long distances from home. Wherever your journey takes you, it is your opportunity to make a difference. Former President John F. Kennedy was quoted as saying, "One person can make a difference, and everyone should try." All of us are individually unique, with many different talents and potential to share with our world. Do not just be ordinary, be extraordinary. Put forth the extra time that is required on that class project or term paper in college. Be the first person to arrive and the last one to leave work. Your boss will take notice of your work ethic. Put others before self and have a servant heart and attitude. We have definitely seen servanthood prevail the last few months with the first responders, the healthcare staff that took care of the sick, and the other essential workers that kept everything running as smooth as possible during the COVID-19 pandemic. Dream big. We all have dreams, whether they are career-oriented, personal, or spiritual, but you want to dream with goals. In a speech given by Denzel Washington, he states, "Dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment." Goals force us to pursue our dreams, to take action, to make a difference, to cause change. My hope is that each one of us will have a life filled with dreams and opportunities for success and happiness. However, as we have just experienced, we will face times of uncertainty and times of trial and tribulation. It is how we respond in those trying times that will determine our success, that will determine the outcome of our dreams. My mom always refers to a quote from Grandma in the movie Parenthood starring Steve Martin. Grandma explains, "You know, when I was young, Grandpa took me on a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. Oh, what a ride. I always wanted to go again. It was just so interesting to me that a ride could make me so frightened, so scared, so sick, so excited, and so thrilled all together. Some didn't like it. They liked the merry-go-round that just goes around and around. Nothing. I like the roller coaster. You get more out of it. So do not be afraid to try something new and interesting and possibly fail. Some of our greatest leaders have failed in their lives. President Abraham Lincoln had numerous failures in his life before he was elected president during some of the most turbulent times in the history of our great country, going on to become one of the most respected and revered leaders of the United States of America. Thomas Edison was famously quoted regarding his invention of the light bulb. "I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Many of life's failures are people who do not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Do not let the failures define who you are, but learn from those moments and become a stronger and better person. As I conclude, I want to pass along a few thank yous. Often we forget to say a simple thank you, and this is my opportunity to express my appreciation and gratitude. To the school board members and administration, thank you for making the tough decisions and ensuring that our education was a priority. To the teachers, from elementary to middle school and high school, thank you for investing in us, your students. Your time, talents, gifts, and personal interaction has made a difference and had an impact on each one of our lives. You will be remembered. To the parents, in particular mine, thank you for believing in me. Thank you for encouraging me and placing high expectations on myself to strive for excellence. Thank you for having boundaries, but most importantly, thank you for your love. My fellow classmates of 2020, thank you for all the memories and friendships made. We did it. I'm excited for what the future holds for each one of us. Once again, it has been an honor and my privilege to provide the commencement speech at our graduation ceremony. God bless and have a great rest of the evening.
Thank you, Madison. At this time, we'd like to take the opportunity to recognize individual seniors for their achievements. First, the following students have enlisted in a branch of the United States military and will be serving our country in the upcoming years. When I call your name, will you please stand? Garrett Cornell, Gabriel Kater, Carson Irvin, Austin Fisher, Isaac Gregson, Charles Hammonds, Daria Long, Savannah Mead, Emily Nash, Dylan Pippin, Carly Reynolds, Parker Rowland, Braden Tarwater, and Cabron Yoder. The following students have earned a composite score of 30 or higher on the ACT. The national average on that test is 21, and the maximum score is 36. Students who score 30 and above are in the 95th percentile in the nation. When I call your name, will you please stand? Carson Crowley, Evan Filer, Elizabeth Reese, Michael Schuler, and Amy Tracy. Over the past 4 years, parents have been supporting our students through the Academic Booster Club at Harrisonville High School. The mission of the Academic Booster Club is, 1, to support and reward Harrisonville High School students for outstanding academic achievement, 2, to create cooperation between parents, educators, and students, 3, to assist the students in efforts towards academic growth, and 4, to stimulate the interest of the community in the academic growth of all students. It is my pleasure on behalf of the Academic Booster Club to recognize students who have earned a cumulative GPA of 4.0 or higher during their high school career. These graduates have been presented a gold cord for this esteemed honor. When I call your name, will you please stand and remain standing to be recognized? Austin Sasonis, McKenna Chamberlain, Sean Courtney, Bradley Cox, Carson Crowley, Michael Dan, Ethan Danner, Catherine Dooley, Evan Filer, Emma Fisher, Landon George, Kaylee Harp, Aaliyah Hassam, Madison Hoffman, Ethan Inman, Tatum Kelly, Maria Messer, Jaden Osborne, Carly Reynolds, Presley Reynolds, Keegan Rowe, Michael Schuler, Seth Steinbrook, Maria Styron, Sylvia Thrift, and Amy Tracy. These 25 students represent the highest of academic achievement at Harrisonville High School. Congratulations, graduates, on your academic achievement. As those seniors stood before you, one will receive the award of honor graduate. The honor graduate must hold the highest grade point accumulative for the senior class and meet all other requirements as set forth. The class of 2020 is very competitive, and the graduates you see before you have been challenging each other over the course of their high school careers. This year's honor graduate leads the class of 2020 with an overall GPA of 4.48. It is my privilege to introduce the honor graduate for the class of 2020. Seth Steinbrook. Seth, please approach the podium. Congratulations, Seth. You'll notice that several students in the class are wearing cords or stoles. These cords and stoles represent the highest achievement for the various groups that they represent. Each group is denoted by a symbol in the program. Would students wearing a cord or a stole please stand? On behalf of your sponsor, the faculty and administration, we congratulate you on your accomplishments in high school and offer you our best wishes. Each month during the school year, one boy and one girl are selected as students of the month based on good citizenship, leadership, scholarship, and sportsmanship. Will the recipients for Boy Student of the Month please stand when your name is announced and remain standing? Austin Sasonis, Carson Crowley, Michael Dan, Evan Filer, Matthew Hasenjager, Bryce Jenkins, Jacob Poisel, Brody Rogers, and Keegan Rowe. Now, will the recipients for Girl Student of the Month please stand when your name is announced? Jesse Berge, Caitlin Costner, Kaylee Harp, Madison Hoffman, Tatum Kelly, Balin Lamelli, Jaden Osborne, Carly Reynolds, and Amy Tracy. Of this group, one boy and one girl were chosen to be Boy and Girl of the Year. Will the 2019 and 20 Boy and Girl of the Year please join me at the podium when your names are announced? Our 2020 Boy of the Year is Keegan Rowe. And our 2020 Girl of the Year is Jaden Osborne.
Hi, I'm Jaden Osborne. The most influential people for my academic career has been my parents. They've always encouraged me to just push myself and work really hard and study really hard in every class and everything I do. The most embarrassing story I have in high school is probably this month when Carson and I showed up at the wrong place for a meeting, and then we showed up to another place for the same meeting, and we found out we weren't actually supposed to be there. So that was really awkward and extremely embarrassing. In 5 years, I see myself graduating from SBU with some sort of major, hopefully. My favorite middle school teacher was probably Miss Hutchins. I don't remember doing a lot of actual science in her class. I remember more doing Just Dance and strange experiments that had nothing to do with anything we were learning.
Hi, I'm Keegan Rowe. Who has been the most influential person in my high school career and why? I'd have to say my parents, because they taught me how to be on time, how to work hard, and they also taught me how to have fun. One of my funnest moments in my high school career would be winning state my freshman year. That was pretty fun. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself with a smoking hot wife, a big house, and probably won't have kids by then, but hopefully in the future. And then my favorite elementary school teacher would have to be Miss Brower at East Lynn. She taught me how to work hard. She taught me how to get my assignments in on time, and also how to have fun in the classroom.
At this time, we will bestow upon each senior a token of their achievement in the form of a diploma, which will be one of the most important documents to be received during their lifetime. Based on the completion of their requirements as established by the state of Missouri and the Harrisonville Cass R9 School Board, these candidates are eligible to receive and be afforded all rights and privileges granted within our diploma. Mrs. Tina Graff, President of the Board of Education, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the candidates for graduation. Madison Hoffman, Senior Class President, please approach the podium for the reading of each graduate's name. And then will the first row of graduates please rise and wait for Mr. Warbig to dismiss you.
Jaden Lynn Osborne. Amy Faith Tracy. Jennifer Mackenzie Rhodes. Rebecca K. Bartlett. Michael Joseph Schuler. Catherine Leanne Dooley. Austin Michael Sasonis. Nicholas Scott Bunger. Seth David Lee Steinbrook. Hannah Mae Canaday. Nevaeh Lejean Walton. Sylvia Michelle Thrift. William Jesse Charlton. Thank you. Is it Chelsea? Chelsea Martin. Matthew Ryan Hassenjager. Clinton Harrison Hauser. Skylar Elizabeth Light. Bronson Kennedy Lee. Ethan Michael Danner. Addison Marie Sousley. Ryan Michael Mayer. Taylor Elaine Fordyce. Cabrin Michael Yoder. Carson Dean Graff. Lane Marie Anderson. Savannah Elizabeth Mead. Chance Dalton Harper. Ellie Christina Parker. Maria Isabeau Styron. Presley Renee Reynolds. Natalie Renee Gibbs. Tabitha Lynn Davis. Caitlin Adams Costner. Emma Christine Fisher. Harley Martina Sipple. Meadow Sky Vassar. Parker James Rowland. Dwayne Lee Karg. Ryan Michael Anderson. Bradley Lane Cox. Gabrielle Marguerite Wilson. Zoe Isabel Medlin. Abigail Elizabeth Maynard. Audra Haley Ruzick. Luke Anthony Maloney. Colton Travis Roberts. Levi Shane Cusick. Gage Michael Cole Ripperger. Aaron Thomas Carter. Cale James Craig. Joseph Michael Leisure. Jacob Nathaniel Morris. Garrett Higgins Cornell. Chaz Javon Smith. Braden Miguel Randolph. Lauren Elizabeth Burlingame. Savannah Nicole Timmons. Hannah Lynn Dingus. Elena Maria Locke. McKenna Dawn Chamberlain. Emma Jean Wernex. Taylor Renee Valentine. Brianna Alexis Schick. Megan Renee Gonzalez. Ashley Lynette Shepard. Cassandra Laura. Curtis L. Reed. Jacob K. Edmonds. Kenneth Eli Keating. Mason Bentley Hyatt. Sarah Leanne McNeese. Marissa Dawn Worthley. Caitlin Elizabeth Sheldrick. Ember Kaylin Smith. Qui Win. Serena Elizabeth Stevens. Kaylin Christine Hayward. Tori Ballard Weekend. Brina Bell Gilbert. Derek Joseph Bedsall. Cameron James Hamilton. Alex Michael Pulliam. Mason Matthew McDermott. Jacob Charles Berg. Michael Sebastian Dan. Landon James Leisure. Ireland Georgiana Slover. Jesse Lee Berge. Maria Bernadette Messer. McKenna Marie Hawley. Tatum Renee Kelly. Taylor Paige Kelly. Brody Axel Rogers. Larry Andrew Brizendine. Jacob Wayne McMahon. Amelia Faith Dreer. Joshua Dale Dreer. Ashley Lynn Ropke. Alexander Lee Colwell. Emily Starr Hagendeffer. Colby Lee Knowles. Kyron Amir Beavers. Taylor J. Snow. Benjamin Charles Riffle. Keegan Tylen Rowe. Clint Christopher Rhodes. Brian Owen Schrock. Bryce Aaron Percival. Jalen Alexander Peterman. Truman Ernest Dickey. Guinevere Orion Miller. Paul William Michael Breeze. Cole Allen Butler. Corey Xavier Sewell.
What's up, Maddie?
Hi.
Hey, nice job.
Landon Charles George.
You haven't butchered anybody's name yet.
Carson Ryan Crowley. Dalton Lath Schrock. Evan Stewart Filer.
I was almost too late.
Bryce Allen Jenkins. Emily Arden Middaugh. Allison Danae Knox. Mallory Nicole Saffles. Maya Rebecca Cardenas. Braden Lynn Tarwater. Jacob Wayne Poisel. Dalen Lee Burris. Ethan Michael Thornton. Jackson Owen Jones. Braden Robert Gillespie. Isaac Jarrell Gregson. Brendan Lee Casto. Vivian Dawn Kilgore. Nicholas Lee Ellis. Rosalie Charlotte Chartier. Shayla Lorraine Post. Rachel Hope Horton. Michaela Cheyenne Knight. Madison Faith Brewer. Trinity Lynn McCone. Cody Allen Hickson. Tristan Lee Reinard. Riley Maximus Whiting. Dylan M. Guntert. Jacob Daniel Gangelhoff. Jace Thomas Armstrong. Robert Samuel Newman. Micah Brashay Aiken. Adeline May Hauser. Elizabeth Ann Reese. Mackenzie Paige Lee Rasnick. Kari Renee Landrum. Madison Ray Hilton. Carissa Ann Wirtz. Ethan Heinrich Inman. Lawrence Jacob Miller. Courtney Janelle Wilson. Dylan Tyler Pippin. Joey K. Schoonover. Grace Heath. Sophia Grace Seeker. Shabri Egan's. Cheyenne Nicole Siebold. Brooklyn Nicole Badushi. Erin Mackenzie Gillum. Carson Michael Orvin. Garrett Russell Yarian.
Madison Carly Hoffman. Madison, can you please take your name or your place in front of the class? Graduates, please rise. Please put your right hand on your tassel and switch it to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the class of 2020.